Hello, guys. Hope you're doing well. This is TJ, and you're listening to Beyond the Ring podcast. And welcome to my predictions on Hell in a Cell 2021 pay per view. And I wasn't that interested to do this predictions because the whole hype up that they had for this show when they announced that this show is gonna be in June, and as the schedule was this schedule June schedule was for Money in the Bank, but still when they came about this for June, I was very excited. So, but still they didn't deliver at the build and all, and how they build it. It's very awful by both Raw and SmackDown. I mean, and by giving the Hell in a Cell match on SmackDown as well, that didn't play it well. I mean, for that excitement for the pay per view that would be having two Hell in a Cell match that we're gonna see. So a lot of bragging. I mean, I have done. So let's get into this match card. And the first match we are gonna discuss is the WWE Championship. This is a Hell in a Cell match between Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. So right out of the bat, nothing new here, and we're gonna see this rematch after rematch a lot of times right now, and I'm kind of bored. Both of them facing each other now. I want Drew McIntyre facing another thing, going into mid card championship and all. Bobby Lashley facing and having another altogether rivalry. I mean, with Brock Lesnar or the Fiend or something. I mean, just laying out that. Just having a thought, but they hopefully they would be ending this, and this is the last chance for Drew McIntyre. So hopefully Bobby Lashley doesn't do some kind of a quirky stuff, and it ends well, and it ends well in a good manner. So my prediction is that after so much of a kind of story that they played out, of having Drew cut the Scotland's history and their motivation and their hard work, dedication, all the things, the King story and all that he played out in every promo and all that he had. So I mean, Drew McIntyre is the one that is having the momentum, and also they actually proved that, because at Monday Night Raw, Drew actually pinned Bobby Lashley. So that's a kind of very bad thing that they are doing. So that's another thing, that because I've actually detailedly discussed that in my Monday Night Raw review, but still. What's new in this? Already this match we have seen Drew McIntyre beaten Bobby Lashley. So there's a new no, there's nothing new that's gonna be in this match. But still, this is gonna be a barn burner match. I would say that. I mean, this is gonna be physical, certainly, because Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre is always physical. So this match would be entertaining, and I hope to see what they didn't do in Roman Reigns match. I hope to see some very great spots from this WWE Championship match in the main title match, which is Hell in a Cell match. And I'm going with Drew McIntyre. So after all this, Drew McIntyre should get the victory, and I certainly think that he should get the victory, and maybe have the rematch with Brock Lesnar. But I'm not kind of interested at that. But if they do, I mean, if they do, there's. I mean, I'm not interested about that. Maybe Bobby Lashley facing Brock Lesnar would be good. But in the meanwhile, we can also not kind of not think that Bobby Lashley could not retain this championship, because he's been champion, but he's been just facing these three guys. I mean, Braun Strowman is gone, because at WrestleMania. He faced Miz and he won that, and then he faced Drew McIntyre in WrestleMania and he won that, and then he faced WrestleMania Backlash, again he won that. So there's the reign of Bobby Lashley. I mean, he's good, he's dominant, and he's very good. Wrestling matches are good, but the opponent that he had is same and same and same, and to have, I mean, we don't know how this plan is going to be. If Brock Lesnar Bobby Lashley program is going on to be happen in SummerSlam, maybe this could be a WWE Championship, or this could be a non-title as well. I maybe this could be both of the thing. I mean, you could think so. That would not be bad or something, but fans would be certainly brag about and complain about Brock Lesnar getting WWE Championship opportunity right after the return. So, but still, the fans are gonna watch this because this is the match that they have been and we have been dreaming about. So there's nothing wrong about if they do this WWE Championship or no, non WWE Championship. But still, I would say that it's kind of skeptical. But still, I would say the story that they are telling, Drew McIntyre should win the match. And there's also another obvious thing that I want to say, that is Drew McIntyre is a baby face, and we have a heel as a champion in SmackDown. So certainly you should have a top champion as a babyface as well. So I think so. Drew McIntyre should have a good short reign. I think so, and eventually dropping into Bobby Lashley or something, or maybe to new opponents, maybe Keith Lee or something if he comes back. So there's strong rumor that's coming that Keith Lee would be returning and having a heel turn, and maybe so they can make this show interesting just by introducing or returning some superstars like Keith Lee, or maybe the most big one is the Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar, if returns, would be the saving kind of a savior kind of the thing for this show, because the WWE really needs him at this moment, because if they want to have this show catch eyeball and have some interest, and have some surprise, like even if they have back cards, they can pull out surprises. And if they prove that, that would be great. I mean, there's no matches that's not very that's not very over the top, or that's excited or something. So this is the prediction for a WWE Championship match. I am kind of in a leeway seesaw mode, because Bobby Lashley can return or even Drew McIntyre return. But I want to go with Drew McIntyre. As I said, I'm not getting away with that. So Drew McIntyre returns the WWE, becomes the new WWE champion. And getting into the Raw Women's Championship match, this is Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. And talking about this match, I mean, this match we have seen tons of times in Monday Night Raw. And last year WrestleMania was this match, WrestleMania 38, 30 not 38, 36, yeah, 36. So I think so. I mean, Rhea Ripley losing the title, Charlotte Flair, I'm not seeing that. I mean, Rhea Ripley just won in WrestleMania, so certainly she should retain the championship, because of the reason just that she had just had 3 month title reign, and she didn't have faced lots of opponents, so she should have some time. And maybe they can turn Rhea Ripley into the baby face. Please make Rhea Ripley into baby face. I mean, is she heel or she baby face? I don't know, because past Monday Night Raw we saw she's helping Nikki Cross, and she's kind of condoling Charlotte Flair as well in one of the episode of Monday Night Raw. So I don't know what they are doing with Rhea Ripley. Is she the face, or how the fans gonna react when one of the main championship of Monday Night Raw and for women's division, and if they are not having a clear sense for who is the face or who is the heel, so how could they be making the fans believable? So maybe I think so Rhea Ripley should certainly turn baby face in this match. And Rhea Ripley retaining the Raw Women's Championship match. That's my prediction. And then we get to the SmackDown Women's Championship match, and this is not gonna be a normal match. This is now a Hell in a Cell match, which is confirmed this week SmackDown. And that's obvious that they actually had the Roman Reigns Rey Mysterio match, Hell in a Cell. So they wanted to have one more Hell in a Cell match, so that's why they did it. So fans are saying that maybe Rhea Ripley Charlotte Flair should have been more demanding for this matchup, and would have been warranted for this match, because they are more brutal, and they are more rough in the kind of matches that they portray. So maybe they could have fit in the storyline well, this Hell in a Cell match. But both of the situation, there's no point in having a Hell in a Cell match. I mean, they're just doing for the sake of it, just to make history for women. I know there's no story that's going on, and even WWE Championship, if you think so, they have something story that they have been having rematches, and this time they are doing a different kind of rematch because they don't want to involve hurt business. So that's the kind of storyline that they want to. So there's a kind of explanation right there. But this match, man, I don't know what is, but certainly this is going to be a test for Bianca Belair's first ever Hell in a Cell match, and this is going to be a great. And I think so. Bailey and Bianca Belair this time would be pulling very good match. Last time they had the match WrestleMania Backlash, it was okay match. I mean, fun range, I would say. Not a kind of a very good match, I would say, but in the level of Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. So I certainly think that Bianca Belair would retain and have a rematch at SummerSlam against Sasha Banks, or maybe have a triple threat match by Becky Lynch returning or something. And that would be a hell of a main event if you think so. Triple threat main event for Raw Women's SmackDown Women's Championship. So that's my kind of a thoughts or scenarios that could play out. So Bianca Belair is my prediction, and she will retain SmackDown Women's Championship. And then we get to the three singles match, and for one of the singles matches, Alexa Bliss versus Shayna Baszler. So these three of the matches, championship matches, they are having the most excited match I've been. Is Alexa Bliss Shayna Baszler because there's a deep storyline that's going on. Because maybe Fiend will interfere, or maybe Fiend will not, and Alexa Bliss wrestling, and we already seen, but that was short. So maybe we see certainly a 15 minutes, 20 minutes match with Shayna Baszler have a good rest, a good, very good match, having a deep storyline. And I mean, psychology as well would be very great with Shayna Baszler and Alexa Bliss having the character played out. So these are two brilliant, I mean, very best of the women's superstars that I'm seeing right now. One of my favorite, Alexa Bliss and Shayna Baszler. She is getting that singles push, and I think so. It should be the right direction, and hopefully she leads to a Raw Women's title picture in the down the line in 6 months or so. So Alexa Bliss is the my prediction. So I mean, it's very predictable. I mean, if you say that, but the angles and the surprising elements that you can expect from this match would be endless possibilities. And they certainly have fans actually complain that this is kind of a, it's not kind of a cartoonish or something, but because having unbelievable things and having a, or but I enjoy that. It's not bad to have this match. So I'm glad Alexa Bliss Shayna Baszler is getting an opportunity at this pay-per-view. So certainly I'm looking on for this match, and then we get to another singles match, which is I'm not excited. Cesaro versus Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins stormed Cesaro. This is a story so that by Cesaro wants to take revenge, and they had a brawl that they had. So some interesting situation, and this week they had quite a very calm kind of discussion, and finally Cesaro actually pushes him into, and he falls down. So I think so Seth Rollins should pick up the victory. I mean, he's not looking good right now, and he's a heel. But his character is good, and his outfits and all is looking great, and his promos are, I mean, very good, but not in the level of Messiah gimmick that he had. I mean, Messiah was the character that he played very well than this character that is. This is not fully a Messiah character, and after that gimmick that they had, he has changed right now. So I mean, just to have momentum, or maybe we. Maybe not. We could see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. This is a very less chance kind of less chance, but still, if they want to have momentum, have a chance, or have a backup plan if Brock Lesnar not comes up. This should be the storyline. Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. That's what I wanted to see. So Seth Rollins should definitely get the victory against Cesaro this time. Cesaro already have proven, and he has already got the victory, a clean victory on Seth Rollins at WrestleMania Backlash. So I mean, this should be a Seth Rollins victory right now. Maybe they can create a second matchup at SmackDown or something. I mean, not in a pay-per-view. So yeah. So that's what my prediction is. Seth Rollins wins this match and defeats Cesaro, and I hope to see this finish. I mean, I hope to see Seth Rollins move away from this, and more than I want to see Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns, I want to see Seth Rollins versus Edge. Man, that should have that's having a great history back in the day in 2014 days of Seth Rollins when he was when he was the authority figure with Triple H, and when he actually was going to attack with on the neck of Edge, that John Cena, Seth Rollins storyline they had. It's a lot of history with Edge, so they could pull out a very good matchup at SummerSlam. Seth Rollins is plays a heel very good, and Edge as a babyface. That's kind of a rumor that's coming from Andrew Zarian. So I think so. Maybe Seth Rollins vs Edge. This should be a money match. It would be very good match. And we get to the last singles match, which is Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Nothing new here. I mean, they're just having this matchup, and this also have a very deep history back in the days from Ring of Honor to WWE. They had from NXT to Raw, SmackDown. They had multiple rivalries, and this is one of the weakest I'm seeing. I mean, just on the back of Intercontinental Championship, this is not kind of a rivalry that they had, I mean, they actually planned about. This actually was turned around into the matchup just to have a match, and also having a very great experienced wrestlers, both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Could be a good match. I mean, I'm not expecting these superstars would be pulling off the good bad match or something. Could be a good match, but nothing to be more very excited about, unless we see something surprising or something. I don't know. We could expect some surprising this match. So that's it. This is my Hell in a Cell match predictions, Hell in a Cell pay-per-view predictions. So as much as I hated this pay-per-view, I was hating this pay-per-view when I was starting to discuss. Now I am kind of liking this. Maybe could be a good pay-per-view, a pretty good pay-per-view, I think so. I mean, all the matches they have already done, but still, if they pull out very good, that would be a good thing. And the most obvious thing that fans are expecting and wants to see is that first is Brock Lesnar return at Hell in a Cell, and that's a very good moment if they can do. And the second would be, and if Brock Lesnar return, that would be certainly in the WWE Championship picture. They would not be making just having a return or something. That's why they removed Roman Reigns Rey Mysterio matchup. I don't think so that he would certainly be inserted into some kind of storyline if they want to, if he's returning. So kind of a lukewarm. I mean, for me, Brock Lesnar returning kind of an over expectations that we are getting, but still, you cannot have if WWE pull this off in this card, that would be great. That would be great for WWE. That would create and make an impression that a bad pay-per-view or a bad build pay-per-view, if you can have, could also have some surprise as well, boys. So that's the thing. And rest Raw Women's Championship, SmackDown Women's Championship match, Alexa Bliss, Shayna Baszler, that's also a talking point, because maybe Fiend could return. And these two things, Brock Lesnar return, Fiend return, and these are the two things that's interesting going, would be happening, could be happening, we don't know. And that's my predictions and views and review on the preview, whatever word you can use, of the Hell in a Cell predictions 2021. I hope you liked it. Put on your thoughts on the comment section below. What are your predictions? How are your thoughts on this show, going to the show? I hope you enjoy. I will enjoy it, and I will see you guys in the next one with the review of Hell in a Cell. Until then, be safe, stay energetic, peace.